Have you ever pushed open a door, pulled your dog's leash, or kicked a ball across a field? You were using force.
Hey there, super sleuths. Get your detective hats on, because today we've got a huge mystery to solve. It's all about an invisible power that makes everything around us move. We are on the case of the mystery of the invisible mover. So, think about this. You see a soccer ball just sitting on the grass, not moving at all. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, it's flying through the air. How does that even happen? What invisible power makes it go? That, my friends, is our very first clue. You got it. There's an invisible power at work all around us, all the time. And guess what? We are the detectives who are going to figure it all out. Our mission is to track down this invisible power and solve the case. Are you ready? Let's do this. Okay, detectives, let's dig into our first clue. We're looking at the prime suspects. And it turns out every single time something moves, it's because of one of two things, a push or a pull. That's it. This is a huge break in the case. So this invisible power, it actually has a name. We call it a force. And do you know what a force is? It's just a fancy word for a push or a pull. That's the big secret. A force is what makes a toy car go, what stops it from rolling, and it's even what lets you squish a piece of dough. Let's take a closer look at our first suspect. A push. A push is a force that moves something away from you. See how the girl is pushing the cart? She's making it roll forward, away from her. That's a push. And here's our second suspect, a pull. Now, a pull is the total opposite. It's a force that brings something closer to you. The boy is pulling the rope, and the cart is coming right towards him. So, push goes away, and pull comes closer. Easy peasy. Okay, time for some detective training. Everybody on your feet. I want you to imagine there's a giant, super heavy box right in front of you. Show me how you'd push it. Come on, use all your muscles. Grrr, push. Whoa, that was some powerful pushing. Awesome job, everyone. Okay, now let's switch gears. Imagine you're holding the handle of a wagon. Now, pull it. Pretend you're pulling it all around the room. See? You're already an expert at using forces. Okay, our investigation is about to get even more interesting. We know our main suspects are push and pull, but it turns out they have different ways of working. We're talking contact versus non-contact forces. This is where the real mystery begins. So get this, some forces, which we call contact forces, have to actually touch an object to make it move. But then there are non-contact forces, and these are like pure magic. They can push or pull something without ever touching it. It's like spooky action from a distance. Let's look for some clues for contact forces. When you kick a football, your foot has to touch it, right? To push a table, your hands have to touch it. Even writing with a pen only works because the pen is touching the paper. In every one of these, something has to touch. And now, for the super mysterious ones, non-contact forces. Think about gravity. It pulls an apple from a tree right down to the ground. No strings, nothing. Or what about a magnet pulling a paperclip? It's like an invisible hand reaching out. So cool! All right, detectives, we've gathered a lot of clues. Now it's time to head to the lab and do an experiment. We're going to build our very own Force-mobile, a special pumpkin wagon so we can test out pushes and pulls for ourselves. Here's what you'll need for your detective kit. Grab some tape, cardboard, straws, maybe some string. You can even use bottle caps for wheels. And, of course, a tiny pumpkin. But hey, don't worry if you don't have everything here. Just use your imagination and get creative. Okay, hold on. Before we start building, we have to remember the most important rule of all. Detective rule number 1, if you need to use scissors, you have to ask a grown-up for help. Got it? Safety first, always. So here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. First, team up with a partner and draw a cool design. Then use your supplies to build it nice and strong for your pumpkin. Now, the most important part, make sure you can either push it or pull it. Then, get ready to race. And hey, check this out for some ideas. Great detectives are always super creative. Just look at these awesome wagons other students have made. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Just have fun and build something amazing. Is your Force-mobile ready? Because it's time for the Great Wagon Race. We're going to put our wagons to the test. But keep your eyes peeled, detectives, because a brand new clue might be waiting for us on the racetrack. Okay, on your marks, get set, push. You give your wagon a great big push and it starts rolling and rolling. But then, wait a minute, it's slowing down. And now it's stopped. But you're not touching it. What invisible force just stopped your wagon? Aha, I know this one. The mystery force is friction. Friction is what happens when two things rub against each other, like your little wheels rubbing on the floor. And friction is a sneaky force that always tries to slow things down. Another mystery solved.
Wow, you figured out pushes, pulls, contact forces, and even the secret of friction. The case is officially closed, and you are officially a force detective. But before you get your badge, it's time for one final test to show off your skills. Okay, here we go. Force detective quiz. When someone kicks a soccer ball, what forces are you seeing? Well, their foot pushes the ball. That's a contact force. And then as the ball rolls on the grass, what makes it slow down? You got it, friction. That's two forces right there. All right, here it is, the final question. Imagine a single leaf falling from a tree. Nothing is touching it, but it's being pulled down to the ground. What is that incredible, invisible, non-contact force called? It's gravity! You are brilliant! And just like that, case closed. Congratulations, you are now an official force detective. You solved the mystery of the invisible mover. So now, I want you to keep your detective eyes open. What invisible forces will you discover in your world tomorrow?
If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new lesson.